Mal said, "Alright, I'm gonna be super honest. I know at least 2 people are voting you this round. Do what you want with that, just don't let anyone know I told you. I'll be voting Pato, by the way, just so you know I'm not voting you." Ross said, All good, thanks for the info. I'll be voting Pato as well. I don't mind being voted cause I already won last season, so feel kinda bad even coming back for this game, lol. So if you want, I can try to have you stay for longer if I don't get voted out this round by trying to convince others who to vote out." Mal said, "We'll see how things go, thanks for the offer." Ross and Mal voted Pato, Cheesy voted 1 for Mal, and Perma voted for Ross. The rest forgot to vote. Pato got the most votes and was eliminated. The players decided to eliminate Pato today, as he had expressed his opinions about being against alliances, which likely caused this. Mal said, "Damn, someone abstaining on vote this late is wild, rest in peace Pato." Pato went into the mountains and his spirit departed his body. At the moment the most prominent alliance was Mal and no one. Ross was also working with them, mainly through Mal. They also loosely worked with Cheesy, but there were some trust issues. Perma however was alone at this point and the last of his tribe. Mal said, "I'm gonna be fully transparent, I'm voting Perma. I wanna see all 4 members of tribe be left go into the top 4, vote how you guys want, just thought I'd say something." No one said, "Don't think we should stick to the tribe B loyalty thing honestly, like not saying we should vote out Bob and Cheese but like." Cheesy said, "Why though?" No one said, "Like gang, we're trying to get who we want to the top, not who we were randomly assigned to be in the same tribe with at the beginning. Not saying I favor anyone here more than others, but like, I just think it's kinda stupid to vote purely based on tribes and shit." Ross said, "Honestly, I wouldn't mind if you guys just voted me, cause I'm kinda busy with work this week and I can't really contribute to the story cause when I'm online, nobody else really is, and when others are, I don't have the time and all, plus I won last game, so I think it's an easy vote, but if you wanna vote someone off first then that's also fine." Then Perma won an immunity for this round by being the first to DM the host. Then the players had decided to eliminate Bread Ross, due to her winning previously and having been okay with being voted out. Ross started to shine as she rise to the sky, then she turned into energy and vanished. Perma said, "That was so damn tense, oh shit." Mal said, "Geez, that was so close, rip Ross, sad to see another tribe B member go." Then Ross sent departing words from the other side. Ross said, "You are alone. There is only darkness for you, and only death for your people. These ancients are just the beginning. I will command a great and terrible army and we will sail to 1,000,000,000 worlds. We will sail until every light has been extinguished. You are strong, but I am beyond strength. I am the end, and I have come for you." Then it was time for the grand mission, to slay the last and the most dangerous beast. Dong explained, "Everything has led up to this point, the work in my youth, following this voice in my head, dedicating the rest of my life to it instead of family. It is a miracle, to have found you, to have found the book. This dragon we must beat, or for nothing it all was, for we must reach the cave, where we found the book. The key was always inside the cave." Mal and Perma decided to go on a mission to slay the last beast, the mountain dragon that guarded the book. They took 20 men with them from the castle, while a few of them stayed behind to take care of your pets, the dogs, Soldog and Rolfus, the red panda, Charlie, and the baby lion, Conquest. The rest of the players were part of the mission off-screen as well, but not directly involved. They arrived to the West Lake, where the fight took place. The dragon was circling around the mountain when it noticed them. It flew around the lake checking it, then flew another one while shooting fire at the lake and its surroundings. The fire hit the area where Perma and 5 men were standing. The men got burnt, but Perma survived this due to the fire power and shot at its face, scratching its armored face. Meanwhile Mal flew into the air, while the rest of the men spread around the lake into 2 groups. The dragon comes flying back towards the lake from north, shooting fire. The men at that side of the lake jump in the water from the fire. As it flew, Perma shot at its eye, killing eyesight from that eye. As it flew away, Mal followed it. It started to randomly shoot fire at the woods, making it spread even faster. Mal tried to slash its neck, but it caused only a scratch. Then Perma shot at its wing, damaging it, making its flying a bit more difficult. The dragon shoots fire at the south side of the lake, burning the men there. No one also catched on fire, but was able to jump in the lake. Now she slashed its stomach, making it bleed slightly more. The dragon turned around and started to shoot fire at Mal. But with fast movements, she was able to dodge it and dove into the lake, resurfacing, and she flied towards Perma. She took Perma's hand and they went into the air flying. Mo'okatu, Sunantai 16. Mariscuda 2025 12.30. The dragon flew below them and kicked them with its tail, making them fall. Perma fell on top of the dragon and Mal fell down unconscious into the lake, sinking in it. The men at the foot of the mountain couldn't help her, as they fire had surrounded the lake. Perma, while on top of the flying dragon, started to burn its wings. They started to eradicate and it turned upside down, making Perma also fall into the lake, while the beast crashed into the mountain. Perma saved Mal from the lake and she woke up. The dragon gets up and starts walking towards the lake, but had lost its flying ability. It stepped on two of the men, while the other three ran to the sides and started to shoot arrows at it. Mal took off flying and slashed the dragon's other eye, making it fall and roll down the hill into the lake, falling on top of Perma. Perma resurfaced and decided to risk it all by using a technique that's dangerous. He built up his fire power inside to the point he felt like imploding and couldn't hold it in. He shot a massive wall of fire around him that exploded and took down the forest around the lake, plus grilled the dragon right next to him, making it fall down and sink into the lake. Perma was laying on the beach of the lake, when Mal came to check on him. He had broken bones, unable to walk and had burn damage all over him, going bald years before he would have otherwise. Mal took him and they flew towards the mountain cave entrance, while the three men, Dong, Cheesy and no one started to walk there too. Dong led them into the cave, walking down the stairs towards the bottom, where a room was located in. In this room, the book was found earlier and the room had 5 circle-like marks on the walls. Dong opened his book and everyone put their hands into their circles, while Dong started to read a passage of the book. The cave started to rumble, which grew in intensity. A light flashed the room that also grew. At the end, they couldn't see anything as it was so bright and the sound was overwhelming, but everything went black suddenly. They found themselves in the same position in another location. It was a majestic-looking world with mountains and beautiful animal sounds coming from somewhere. There was a castle in the distance. Dong was happy and proud, but confused. Is this Nirvana? It looks like something is wrong in this reality by being somewhat more real-life-like than what Dong had expected.